Chris and Brian here to talk about computer use policies. So very important piece of documentation that every business should have. Chris, take it away.
Yeah, so often you get a lot of people that, they want to do their personal shopping or check their personal email on their corporate devices, that the company owns. That's generally not a good idea, especially with email, since we have, as the IT provider, we have no insight into what they're doing. Or, they click on a malicious attachment and infect their machine. We have no control of the mail, coming and going into that account, and it could be like a sticky situation in terms of security if they were to, a breach occurred because they downloaded something from their personal email on their work.
And not every client wants to go that far, but it is a recommendation just because, like Chris said, we don't have we can't control the spam and phishing emails coming in, and we can't see any of that stuff, no insight. So not everybody wants to go that far, but that's what the other thing is. Browsing, right? Chris alluded to browsing. Like, do you really need to be browsing web, shopping online during the workday? So in a firewall, you for example, you could have that browsing take place only certain hours. Or our recommendation is, just have them use their phones. Everybody has a personal, smartphone these days. Set up your guest network so they can do the surfing from their phone on their own time, on the guest network. Fine, it's firewalled off from everything. But you got to be very careful. I mean, obviously, the more, it's all about risks. You open your attack, the attack vector gets larger as employees are able to surf to random sites which may be infected, or again use personal email. All right, Chris, what else?
It protects the organization overall though. So like say that I don't know if they're sending things in their personal email, like, company resources, a link to some or a certain Word document that lives on the company network. If they send that through the personal email, it could be sensitive material. And if it got into the wrong hands, that wouldn't be good either.
That's another great point. I mean, you don't want to lose your IP or intellectual property because you're allowing things to funnel through to personal email. Could be files. If their Gmail gets hacked into because they don't have multi-factor authentication because your IT people can't control their account, there you go. The hacker has your business information in that person's mailbox. Game
Yeah.
over. So, why else would we need to have computer use policies?
So I mean, those are the big ones, but you could it's also protecting you from some like troubling situation. I don't know if they're going to certain websites or something they're doing is, they're breaking the law in some way, going to the dark net.
Right,
Other than the security reasons, you could get yourself into like a legal situation depending on what they're doing.
right. So we'll try to keep put a couple links in with this video to some interesting sites that might be able to help you craft the company policy. But computer use policy, very important. Work with your HR people, get something constructed, and get it done. All right. Thanks a lot, Chris.